Will Markle versus Markle actually head to court? We'll discuss that and more on this week's LA Diaries. We are 1 week out from Meghan Markle going head-to-head with her half-sister Samantha Markle in a Florida courtroom. Samantha is suing her sis for libel over comments Meghan made in her Oprah Winfrey interview in her Netflix series, Harry and Meghan. Now, Meghan is fiercely fighting to have this case tossed, hoping that the judge will dismiss it without a trial. That would save Meghan from having to record a deposition or testify or hand over evidence that might not exactly be flattering to the Montecito mama. I spoke to celebrity attorney Christopher Melcher on the To Die For Daily podcast, and he broke down this case for us.
But is that correct, that she feels like this has hurt her financially, so she wants to punish her sister financially?
That's exactly what she's claiming in the lawsuit. So if you just look at the paperwork, you get each side's story, but then we also do have to kind of zoom out a little bit and figure out what is really driving these legal disputes. Now, under law, you have to show that the statements are, number one, false. And number two, are really statements of fact, not really opinion, is not really actionable. So false statements of fact of or concerning Samantha that caused her to suffer damages. And that's where the case kind of honestly starts falling apart.
Does it feel like this is a case that she's just trying to quickly cash out, which I do believe Meghan Markle's team has suggested? Or do you think that this is a woman trying to save her reputation through the court system, similar to Deb?
Well, that's, I think, how Samantha wants to portray herself. That her narrative is that I am this sister that is hurt by Meghan's attempt to recast history and to basically harming my reputation, so that this information that I've been sharing about her won't be deemed credible. So it's like a counterattack is what Samantha's saying is that Meghan is so conniving that she's spreading all this false information out there in the media about Samantha so that Samantha's statements aren't believed. When I'm looking at this as a lawyer, when I looked at the court file, because I wanted to understand this case, so I looked at every piece of paper that's filed here. This thing is a disaster.
Royal commentator Nigel Jones told Sky News Australia, "If you thought there were more important things going on in the world than the bruised ego of a pampered princess, Meghan Markle is about to prove you wrong." Of the November 8th court date, he explained, "If the judge allows Samantha's suit to go ahead, then Meghan may be forced to publicly produce an embarrassing host of texts, emails, and other private messages relating to her sibling and her equally estranged father, Thomas Markle." Nigel joked, "But we don't need a court ruling to tell us about Meghan's somewhat flexible relationship with the truth. We already know." All eyes will be on Markle versus Markle at the federal court in Tampa, Florida on November 8th at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Do you think Samantha has a shot? Let me know in the comments below. And one more H&M story for you, care of the New York Post and the Mirror. The headline reads, "Prince Harry, Meghan Markle could have a Hollywood split like Jada and Will." Good God, we're relentless, aren't we? Relationship expert Luella Alderson told the Mirror that she could see Harry and Meghan going the secret split route like Will and Jada or Meryl and what's-his-name. Alderson says the media attention surrounding the end of their relationship would be difficult to deal with, and they have their children to look out for. She stressed that a separation could hurt their pocketbooks, saying if they were to split, it could potentially impact their careers, especially as a couple who have brands built on their relationship. It's not the first time I've heard Meghan compared to Jada, but I feel like an elaboration on that is unnecessary. Do you think a split's on the horizon? Let me know in the comments below.